Hello, I'm Marcus Brix with the CattleFax Closing Bell. Today's CattleFax Closing Bell is sponsored by Zoetis. Want to up your game against bovine respiratory disease, BRD? Help is just a click away at the new brd-solutions.com. You'll find a wealth of helpful information and new BRD insights added regularly. On November 1st, the U.S. Energy Information Agency released their weekly petroleum status report, a well-followed data set of energy production figures. Domestic crude oil production for last week was shown to be at 9.53 million barrels per day, up from 9.51 in the week prior. Last week's production was the second highest week of 2017, but also the 11th highest week in the EAA records back to 1983. The U.S. continues to expand production and extract large volumes of crude oil. At a year-to-date average of 9.28 million barrels per day, production rates have been roughly 15% above the 5-year average this year. Production was one of the only crude oil market variables that was unaffected by the string of powerful hurricanes in the U.S. Gulf beginning this September. Due to refinery closures, the U.S. refinery utilization rate dropped to 78% on Labor Day weekend versus the prior 6 weeks average at 96%. Due to shutdowns and repairs in the Gulf ports, crude oil imports fell to 6.48 million barrels per day that week, the lowest rate since May of 2014. Both numbers have since recovered to within a percentage point of their average levels, 7.69 million barrels imported last week and refinery utilization at 87.4%. Although currently at their lowest level of the year at 455 million barrels, domestic crude oil inventories are still well supplied, holding 15% more in storage than the 5-year average, down from a record high of 544 million barrels in March. Domestic crude oil stocks are the lowest since January 2016. Spot WTI crude oil prices, however, are about 60% higher than the same January 2016 timeframe. On November 1st, the spot WTI crude oil price had traded as high as $55.22 per barrel, just 2 cents shy of the annual spot high set on January 3rd. The WTI price has been met with buying support, getting pulled higher by strength in the international Brent crude oil price, which is testing July 2015 highs. Optimism is being priced into the global crude oil market as demand appears to be growing, and OPEC and Russia together have apparently worked to reduce overproduction. OPEC's October output was down 80,000 barrels per day, 92% compliant with the pledged supply cut, but this was an improvement from 86% compliance in September. Continued trends of lower output internationally will only further encourage domestic crude oil production in the U.S. The record for U.S. daily crude oil production came in June 2015 at 9.61 million barrels per day, only 57,000 barrels away from last week's production. If prices continue to increase, setting a new weekly production record seems likely by year-end. Thanks for watching. Remember to visit CattleFax.com to become a member and see the latest market news and analysis.
The beef business has never been for the faint of heart. The pressures are real, the risks are high, but the opportunities have never been greater. So how do you sort through it all to decide which way to go? For more than 40 years, CattleFax has led the way. Become a member at www.cattlefax.com. We're the time-proven leader in research, analysis, and information, equipped with the industry's most powerful database. Our team is impartial, objective, our vision is global, and our focus is you. CattleFax, the deciding factor.